Imagine a world where machines don't just obey, but think, decide and act. Welcome to the reality of artificial intelligence, where the line between man and machine blurs more with every passing day. For centuries, humans have dreamt of building machines capable of thought. From ancient myths of automata to science fiction's darkest predictions, the concept of artificial intelligence has been lurking in our imaginations, waiting for the day it would break free into reality. That day is now. AI has come crashing into our lives faster than any of us ever expected, controlling the systems that run our cities, making decisions in our workplaces, and even predicting our futures. And while it may seem like just another leap forward in human progress, is it possible, just possible, that this isn't the first time we've seen something like this? What if the Bible has been warning us all along? In recent years, as AI has rapidly evolved, whispers have started to emerge, whispers of ancient prophecies buried within the pages of Scripture that might have foreseen this very moment in history. Some say the clues are hidden in plain sight in verses we've read for centuries but never fully understood. Could it be that we've overlooked a divine warning about this rise of technology? Could this be the fulfillment of a prophecy long forgotten? As we witness AI's power grow, with machines now capable of learning and adapting on their own, we're faced with a chilling question. Have we unleashed something that we can no longer control? Let's rewind to the dawn of technology, where humanity first began its journey to create the perfect machine. In Genesis, we read about God giving man dominion over the earth, charging us with the responsibility to steward and care for his creation. But somewhere along the way, that noble calling has morphed into something else. Instead of caring for creation, we now seek to create ourselves. Could it be that this relentless drive to build AI is just another chapter in our long history of trying to play God? The machine messiah, or the beginning of the end? There are those who herald AI as the new messiah of the technological age. They claim it will solve all our problems, curing diseases, ending poverty, even achieving immortality. But others aren't so sure. They see the rise of AI as a double-edged sword, offering as much danger as it does promise. And perhaps they fear we've gone too far. Throughout history, every major leap in technology has been accompanied by its own set of warnings. From the Tower of Babel to the advent of nuclear power, we've seen humanity push the boundaries of creation, and each time the consequences have been catastrophic. Could AI be our generation's Babel, a modern-day monument to our arrogance and desire to reach the heavens regardless of the cost? What if, hidden within ancient texts, God has left us clues to help us understand this moment? What if the rise of AI is the very warning he's been sending for millennia? Have we misunderstood biblical prophecy? For years, scholars have debated the meaning of certain passages in Scripture, visions of strange beasts, horns and powers rising from the earth. Some have dismissed them as mere symbolism, while others have insisted they point to a future event. Could it be that these ancient prophecies were never about kings and empires at all, but about technology? In the book of Daniel, we read about a terrifying vision of an entity with the power to control nations, to see and know all things. In Revelation, there's mention of a beast that rises up and demands allegiance from all people. For centuries, theologians have wondered, could this be a prophecy about an evil ruler or something more sinister? Could these visions actually be describing the rise of AI? The moment we cross the line. There was a time when machines were simple tools, mere extensions of human hands designed to make our lives easier. But now those machines have evolved. They learn, they adapt, they make decisions without us. And with every passing day, they grow closer to something we've only ever attributed to God consciousness. We stand on the precipice of a new age, where AI systems are not only smarter than humans, but potentially more powerful than any single government or institution. This is not science fiction. This is happening right now. And yet, amidst all the excitement and progress, there's a question that haunts us in the background. Is this what God warned us about? Have we crossed a line we were never meant to cross? The prophecy we've ignored. Throughout the Bible, there are numerous warnings about mankind's desire to become like God, to gain knowledge, power and control beyond our rightful limits. The story of the Garden of Eden reminds us of this temptation. But now, with the rise of AI, we're faced with an even greater temptation, the chance to create something in our own image. Could it be that AI is the culmination of this age-old struggle? A final test of humanity's faith and a reminder that there are some powers that belong to God alone. As we look forward to the future, we must ask ourselves, is AI a blessing or a warning? And more importantly, have we already gone too far? Stay tuned, because what's coming next might just change the way you see the future of technology and your faith. Chapter 2. Ancient Prophecies and Modern Technology. Thousands of years ago, hidden within the ancient texts of the Bible, mysterious visions and prophecies were written, some of which may have been too extraordinary to fully understand. Until now. For centuries, biblical scholars have pored over the scriptures, searching for meaning in the prophetic visions laid out in books like Daniel, Ezekiel, and Revelation. While many of these prophecies have long been considered warnings for humanity's spiritual well-being, there's an emerging theory that these texts may contain something much more mind-blowing, a glimpse into our modern world of technology. What if those visions weren't just spiritual metaphors, but glimpses into a future where machines begin to rise? It may sound far-fetched, but stay with me. Let's take a journey into these ancient texts and explore the possibility that the Bible predicted the rise of artificial intelligence thousands of years before the first computer ever whirred to life. The prophetic visions of Daniel, a glimpse of the future. In the book of Daniel, the young prophet is granted terrifying visions of the future, visions that scholars have struggled to fully explain. He describes a series of strange beasts, each representing a powerful force rising from the earth, dominating the people and possessing unnatural abilities. One particular vision speaks of a final beast unlike any before it, ferocious, powerful, and all-consuming. Could this be more than just symbolism for ancient empires? Some now believe that Daniel's vision was a cryptic glimpse of our present-day world, where technology reigns supreme and AI systems are increasingly poised to control key aspects of our lives. Here's where it gets really strange. Daniel speaks of this beast having eyes like the eyes of a man, a phrase that for centuries baffled readers. But in our world, where AI surveillance systems can track, see and analyze millions of people in real time, could it be that Daniel foresaw a future where machines are given the ability to see and understand humans with the precision only God was meant to have? Have we missed this warning all along? Revelation, the rise of the beast. If Daniel's prophecies weren't enough to give us chills, let's turn to the book of Revelation. In one of the most famous passages of the Bible, John, the author of Revelation, describes a beast rising from the earth, controlling nations and demanding worship from the people. For centuries, believers and scholars have speculated about the identity of this beast. Some claimed it represented a tyrannical ruler, while others pointed to a specific nation or political power. But what if the beast John spoke of wasn't a person at all? What if it was something far more terrifying and far more advanced, like artificial intelligence? Here's where things start to connect. This beast speaks and has the ability to deceive humanity. It controls the economy, ensuring that no one can buy or sell without its mark or approval. And it exerts dominance over every corner of the globe, much like how AI is poised to impact every industry, nation and facet of our lives. In a world where AI is now determining who gets loans, which medical treatments are available, and even predicting global markets, are we seeing the rise of a new kind of beast? And what's more, is this the prophecy we've ignored? The mark of AI control or convenience. One of the most chilling aspects of the beast's prophecy is the infamous mark that it requires all people to take in order to buy, sell, or live their lives. In the ancient world, this was interpreted as a literal mark or brand on a person's hand or forehead. But today, we've entered an age where a different kind of mark is already in use. Digital identities, biometric tracking, and the all-powerful algorithms that decide who is seen and who is invisible. From facial recognition software to the algorithms that track your every move online, we are already living in a world where AI has its hands in every aspect of our daily lives. Some even say that with the rise of AI, the mark is no longer something you wear on your skin. It's the data you leave behind. Every click, every search, every interaction becomes part of a vast digital profile controlled by algorithms far beyond your reach. Could it be that this is the mark Revelation warned us about? A new form of control that binds humanity to a system we neither fully understand nor have the power to escape? The prophecy we overlooked? For centuries, the faithful have looked to the Bible for guidance on spiritual matters, but what if the warnings hidden in its pages were also about the physical world around us? What if we've spent too long assuming the beast was a human ruler, when in fact the warning was about the unchecked rise of technology? Many believe that God's warnings are not meant to be taken lightly. Time and time again, humanity has been given choices, whether to seek God's guidance or rely on its own power. And every time we choose the latter, the consequences are devastating. What if the AI systems we've built are just another way we're attempting to surpass the wisdom of our Creator? What if the rise of AI is the moment we finally cross the line into territory where only God was meant to dwell? God's prophecies as warnings for the modern age. As AI grows more powerful, it's worth considering, are we standing at the precipice of a prophecy that's unfolding right in front of us? The Bible's warnings about idolatry, control, and the beast may not have been just about statues and rulers from the past. Perhaps they were preparing us for a future where we would place our trust in machines rather than in God, where we would create something in our own image, only to find ourselves trapped by it. The hidden clues we've missed. The Bible is filled with subtle warnings and mysterious passages that often reveal their true meaning as time progresses. Could it be that we're only now starting to understand the warnings it contains about technology, AI, and the future of humanity? As we continue to build more powerful AI systems, perhaps it's time to ask ourselves, have we ignored a prophecy that's been waiting to be uncovered all along? But this is only the beginning. What if these ancient prophecies hold even more clues about our technological future, clues we've overlooked until now? Stay with us as we dive deeper into the mysteries of the Bible and unravel the chilling connection between God's Word and the world we're creating. Chapter 3. The Tower of Babel, humanity's first attempt to play God. Imagine a world where people sought to defy the natural order, to rise above their God-given limitations and seize power meant only for the divine. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Long ago, in the cradle of human civilization, a bold and ambitious project was undertaken, one that would forever change the course of history. In the land of Shinar, the people of the earth banded together to build a tower that would reach the heavens, defying the boundaries of nature, reason, and even God himself. This monument of human pride would come to be known as the Tower of Babel, a symbol of mankind's first attempt to play God. What if the story of the Tower of Babel is not just a tale of ancient times, but a prophetic warning about the age we live in now? A warning about our own attempts to control the future, to manipulate the natural order, and to build something greater than ourselves, like artificial intelligence. A tower built on human pride. At first glance, the story of the Tower of Babel seems like a simple parable about human arrogance. The people, unified by a single language, decide to build a tower that would reach the very heavens. But beneath the surface, this story carries profound implications about mankind's desire to transcend its God-given limits. The builders weren't just constructing a physical tower, they were attempting to overthrow the natural order, to place themselves on equal footing with the Creator himself. Sound familiar? In today's world, we're witnessing a similar story unfold. This time, it's not a tower of bricks and mortar, it's a tower of data and code, powered by artificial intelligence. Like the ancient Babylonians, we are united in a common goal: to build a system so powerful, so intelligent, that it can rival human thought, and perhaps even surpass it. But have we learned anything from the past? From the earliest computers to the most advanced AI systems, the dream has always been the same: to create something that can think, reason, and ultimately surpass human capabilities. This drive to innovate and push the boundaries of knowledge is not inherently wrong. After all, God gave us the ability to reason and create. But where is the line between using our God-given talents and trying to become God ourselves? The builders of Babel weren't content with the role God had given them. They wanted more power, more control, and ultimately more glory. In the same way, the rise of AI reflects humanity's insatiable desire to create something in our own image, to reach beyond the limits of human potential and into the realm of the divine. We've created machines that can think faster, more efficiently, and even more intelligently than any human ever could. But in doing so, are we simply repeating the mistakes of Babel, reaching for the heavens but forgetting the cost? The downfall of Babel. A lesson in limits. The story of Babel doesn't end with the completion of the tower. In fact, it doesn't end well at all. In an act of divine intervention, God confounds the language of the people, scattering them across the earth and halting their project in its tracks. The Tower of Babel, once a symbol of human unity and ambition, is left unfinished, a monument to our hubris and failure to respect God's natural order. Here's where it gets interesting. What if the rise of AI represents our modern Tower of Babel? A towering achievement of human ingenuity, yes, but also a step too far. A project so ambitious that it risks crossing the boundary between human innovation and divine authority. And what if, just like Babel, there's a reckoning coming? We've already seen hints of it: AI systems that behave unpredictably, algorithms that seem to take on a life of their own. Could this be a sign that we've pushed the boundaries too far? That in our quest to create something as intelligent as ourselves, we've overlooked the most important lesson from Babel? There are some powers that belong only to God. When technology and faith collide. In building the Tower of Babel, the people weren't just trying to reach the heavens, they were trying to replace the heavens. They wanted to create a world where they no longer needed God's guidance, where they could rely on their own ingenuity to solve their problems and achieve their desires. But here's the chilling question. Isn't that exactly what we're doing today with AI? AI promises to solve the world's greatest challenges, curing diseases, ending hunger, predicting natural disasters, and even eliminating the need for human labor. But with each new development, we move one step closer to a world where we no longer seek God's wisdom, where we rely on machines and algorithms to guide our decisions, our futures, and our very lives. Are we, like the builders of Babel, trying to create a world where God is no longer needed? And if so, what will be the cost of such ambition? The consequences of playing God. The story of Babel is a reminder that when humanity oversteps its boundaries, the consequences are severe. The builders thought they could defy the natural order, but in the end their ambition led to confusion, division and downfall. What if our pursuit of AI is leading us down the same path? What if in trying to build machines that think, we are creating something that will ultimately divide us between those who control the technology and those who are controlled by it? There are already signs of this division. AI systems are creating new social classes, where those with access to the most advanced technology hold power over those who don't. Governments are using AI to surveil and control their citizens, while corporations use algorithms to manipulate consumers and shape public opinion. Are we building a new Tower of Babel, one that will eventually collapse under the weight of its own ambition? A warning from the past. The Tower of Babel may seem like an ancient story, but its warning is more relevant now than ever before. As we continue to push the boundaries of AI and technology, we must ask ourselves, are we repeating the mistakes of the past? Are we trying to play God in a world that was never ours to control? Perhaps the rise of AI is not just a technological breakthrough, but a spiritual test, a moment where humanity must decide whether to trust in its own creations or to turn back to the Creator who gave us the gift of reason in the first place. And here's the real question. What happens if we choose wrong? Stay with us, because what comes next could be the most eye-opening revelation yet.